Welcome all to DeFi Crypto and Airdrops. I am Mike, aka Veteran Crypto, and this is Jeff, aka the Blockchain Report. How's it going, brother?
Doing great. In a bit of a weird setup right now. I'm in Austin, Texas, visiting family and friends. So my aunt was gracious enough to let me use her office. So she got a whole setup with the camera and the mouse just stopped working though. So I got to use my MacBook, but I'm looking a little off color today. So,
Yeah.
but we're making it work. We're
Well, you look like
here. We're
you look like
alive.
you're on a black site or something like that.
My side hustles.
Yeah, I guess so, man. You got some interrogation, some waterboarding you need to do.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
yeah, let me know if you need me to take over so you can go
you need some help.
take out some fingernails or something.
Yeah, the bamboo shoots, man.
Yeah,
Bamboo
right.
shoots. There you go. How are you
All
doing? How's everything going?
Oh, it's going good. I just ran into town today. Did my Saturday chores. Just go to the
Hmm.
grocery store and run to the dump. All that kind of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff I need to get done tomorrow. That's tomorrow's my one day that I don't have a show, so it's when I try to get most of my outside stuff done.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Well, do you want to do the socials real quick and we'll jump right into this?
Yeah. Drop this off. No, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us here on this wonderful Saturday and holiday weekend here at DeFi Crypto and Airdrops, where me and Mike go live every Monday and Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can follow us if you're on Twitter and want to join the chat. You can come here to DeFi Crypto and Airdrop on YouTube and join the live chat. Got a lot of great people in there every show. And you can follow our brother channels, Discover Crypto, Blockchain Basement, and me at the Blockchain Report for all of your crypto news and DGen takes and all sorts of fun stuff. And Mike also goes live uh, on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. And here are the times. He's got DeFi Masterclass every Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And then Money Talks every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific. A lot of great information from DeFi to traditional finance to law expert tips. So you're getting a whole host of content and information here at DeFi Crypto and Airdrop. So we're trying to bring you the alpha in all aspects of crypto and traditional finance. So join us on this wonderful journey. Also, you can catch us on Twitter at the_only_DCA. You can catch Vet at Veteran4Crypto and me at the BCR142. Make sure you're following the right handles so that way you don't get scammed. And if somebody's messaging you that looks like us, it's probably a scam unless we've already built that rapport with you and have messaged you prior. But also, I don't have the Discord pulled up because I don't have Discord on my laptop. But actually,
Well, just the link for the Discord is down in the description of every episode and on the channel description. So if you want to join the DIG, the Discover Investment Group, the Discover Crypto Blockchain Basement, family of channels, that link is down there. And then also you can find our DCA Discord as well, where we have a great community that our moderators do a really good job of getting rid of any scammers or any questionable people. They're all more than happy to help you out with DeFi questions, airdrop questions, basic crypto questions, pretty much anything that you could want. And then that Wednesday episode, or excuse me, that Thursday episode I do, we also talk about wealth preservation. So not just wealth generation through investment in traditional finance and decentralized finance, but my brother Taylor is actually an estate planner, practicing lawyer, has his own law firm, and teaches how to use different things like S corps and LLCs, things like that, wills, trusts, to mitigate your tax burden and to protect your wealth. So definitely, like Jeff said, we're trying to bring you all types of alpha here, to where if you do, and hopefully we all do, make a ton of money in crypto, we want to know how it is that we're going to protect that. So cool. All right.
Oh yeah, Mooks XC. So what happened to Jeff Cam? So I'm in Austin, Texas, visiting family and using my aunt's office
Man,
setup. So
you got to spice it up. You got to be like, I'm in a black site on an oil rig off the coast of Africa, and I'm
I
my
can't give
second
location
job.
though.
I'm hustling because I got to
I'm
invest
under.
in the crypto.
I need more crypto, man.
That's right. I'm
You
questioning it.
don't. First rule of Fight Club: don't
Yeah,
talk about Fight Club.
that's right. That's right. Jeff's in Flight Club right now. Stop. Oh, yeah,
Fight Club.
actually, you need to talk about that. What are you doing down in Texas?
Oh yeah. So I am on Monday going to a comedy podcast called Kill Tony, and what it's a comedy show that you put your name in a bucket, and if your name gets drawn, you get 60 seconds to do stand up, and then they interview you afterwards. And there's usually like 200 to 300 people that sign up, so the chances, and less than 10 people get picked each week. So I'm hopefully trying to go get picked, but I've got my minute ready, and
Well, those of
and
you that
it's
don't
a
know, Kill Tony is actually kind of a big deal. It's
there's like 2
usually
million subscribers on YouTube, man. It's
well, I mean, Joe Rogan's always on it. A bunch of big
yeah,
names are always on it, and I'm wanting to say isn't it at the Comedy Starship?
the mothership.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, Joe Rogan's
Hmm.
place down there. So yeah, this is a big deal. Best of luck,
Yeah.
brother.
And
I hope you get
and
up
they
there.
have guests. Yeah, they have two guests, usually a comedian and somebody else, celebrity, whatever. But yeah, it's they get pretty wild. But yeah, hopefully fingers crossed. But I'm prepared, man. I'm ready. So let's see what happens.
Well, all right. Well, let's jump into this. I'm going to start off with
Little
rwa.xyz.
you want me to kick it over to you or just
Yeah, kick it over to me real quick. I'm just going to go through a
yeah.
couple of things. So, those of you that don't know, we're going to be doing a deep dive today on a really cool project. And I was looking at it really quick before I ran to town. And to be honest, it's one of the ones that I'm more excited to explore than some of the ones that we've talked about lately. And it's an
Mm-hmm.
AI project, which in and of itself doesn't excite me a ton, because you can't, spin a dead cat without, hitting an AI project in crypto. But,
Right.
um, but this one is different. It actually is live. It has a platform that will show you, and what it does is it's actually like an investing assistant. So we'll get into that here in a minute. I just want to go over the markets because I know a lot of people right now, and it being the weekend, there's not a whole lot of news out there. So want to just kind of get our finger on the pulse of the market.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously prices are down. We've been either tanking or trending sideways. It seems like forever. The alt season should have already have been here. We haven't seen it yet. Ethereum, every time it starts to pump, everything dumps. We're just trudging along. And I know a lot of people out there are feeling the pain. And I just want to maybe throw you a lifeline. With the information that we're going to put out to you right now. That, and also if you are interested, make sure that you're following us on YouTube. We teach DeFi, decentralized finance, where all of this time, while we've been trending sideways and the markets haven't been doing anything, you could have been earning. And if you have a very low risk tolerance, there is plenty of ways, staking and lending is specifically, that you can invest in DeFi and put your bags to work and at least earn something while we're sitting here in the doldrums not doing anything in crypto. And if the prices pump, you'll get full price appreciation. There's almost no downside, But again, just want to put that out there. So
Mm-hmm.
rwa.xyz. Always love to check this. I do every morning when I get up and have my tea or my coffee. This has just been going up and to the right, obviously since 2022. Actually, starting in 2021, it's just been going up, 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 and to the right. This is tokenization of real world assets, stocks, bonds, commodities, real estate, legal funds, you name it. Anything that is illiquid that you want to make liquid. If you have a shipping container company, and you want to tokenize it, you can do it. If you have any business, you can tokenize it. It just makes the illiquid liquid. That's the bottom line. DeFi Llama. So this is the TVL is in blue, the total value locked, and the green is the DEX volume. And you can see again since 2021, last bull market, we had volumes, going up, huge amounts of TVL flowed into the markets, into the DeFi market. However, almost no one was using DeFi. And then all through the bear market, the volume kept increasing. TVL came down, but the volume kept increasing. I'm hoping if we have another bear market and we haven't broken the 4-year cycle, like some are saying, that we get this next cycle. Because if you have less money, but demand keeps going up, that is more profit for us. So fingers crossed. But you can see we are just up and to the right with TVL, since 2024, a little bit, towards the end of 2023, for the most part, up and to the right. These are all bullish indicators. We can look at prices and you can kick a can around the yard and be upset about it, but institutions and governments are building on blockchain. They are investing money. They are depositing liquidity. They are tokenizing the New York Stock Exchange. They are tokenizing almost everything, bonds, US treasuries, you name it. You are early. And if you are disciplined and patient, it is going to pay off. If you are in good, strong, solid projects, you need to invest in fundamentals. The days of just throwing money at just anything and everything and thinking it's going to pump is over. We missed that boat, myself included. I came in at the end of the last bull market. I've been studying crypto ever since the past 4 or 5 years. Those days are over. You need to invest in strong fundamentals. That's the team. That's the tokenomics. That's the use case. Investors. What is it that they are trying to accomplish? Their partners. Who is building on that chain? Who is investing in that? These are the things that you need to look at if you want to be successful in investing. Chasing meme coins. There's a recent case that a very strong meme coin that had a very strong following just up, and the founder, we're still waiting to hear the justification or reasoning, but there was a huge token dump. I don't know if it was that person, but there was a huge token dump, and that individual disappeared off of social media until today. So we're waiting to hear what happened with that. But it goes to show you, even meme projects, that where you're investing in the community, all it takes is one whale. Not saying it was that individual, but a whale dumped all their tokens and just collapsed the whole project. So you have to be careful. We are moving from a speculative market into a utility market. All right, so we're gonna talk on a couple of macro economic topics in traditional markets that affect the crypto markets. So I'm going to bring I kind of queued up Miles here. So let me bring Miles back up.
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis. Hey, how's it going, Miles?
I don't hear him.
Oh, how's that? Oh, hold on.
I heard him for a second. Oh,
Hey, good to connect with you again. What's up?
You hear him now?
Yeah, loud and clear now.
Jeff.
Sorry about that.
gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yep, you're good.
All right, Miles.
Jeff's on the
Hey,
line too,
before we
then?
went live, I was talking to you about in-game macros post. Would you mind summarizing that post for the audience?
Sure thing. So that post from One Chance Free, DM referencing Endgame Macro, Basically argues that a Fed rate cut in September would be a pretty bearish signal for the U.S. economy. Historically, those cuts have often coincided with rising unemployment and, the start of a potential recession. It's suggesting a cut now would be a bit of a panic move. Does that cover the gist of it?
If you could get a little more in depth, I really want people to understand, the potential of, what the individual that posted this, the full scope of it. So feel free to go a little deeper.
Right. Okay. So Endgame Macro's point isn't just about the rate cut itself, but what it implies about the Fed's outlook. They're saying the Fed only cuts rates when they see serious trouble brewing, when they anticipate economic weakness. It's not a proactive move to stimulate growth. It's more of a reactive one to try and cushion the blow of a downturn. The post draws a historical parallel, pointing out that past September rate cuts have often preceded periods of economic slowdown and increased unemployment. It's essentially flagging this potential cut as a warning sign, suggesting the economy might be more vulnerable than some people realize. They're arguing it's less about whether the cut will fix things and more about acknowledging that things are already kind of shaky. It's a little doom and gloom, but that's kind of their thing. Does that they dig a little deeper into what they were getting at?
Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate that. So basically, let me pause him real quick. Those of you that don't know, Miles is our AI co-host. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, it does really really good job. But yeah, basically, what this is talking about is that, and I don't want to people to feel like I'm fudding the market or anything like that. But just because the Fed cuts rates is not an automatic pump the market moment. Could it? Absolutely. But what this post was talking about was historically after a rate cut. So let me look at it real quick here. Um, so basically, that means that it'd be an easing cycle. So every sustained easing cycle of the past half century has followed, not prevented, economic deterioration. This time, the risks stretch across every layer of the credit system, leaving households, banks, pensions, and governments exposed. Corporate bonds are the first fault line. High yield still pays north of 7%, and investment grade 5 to 6%, but spreads are near historic lows, leaving little buffer against defaults already climbing above 4%. Companies that borrowed cheaply in the 2010s now face refinancing at double or triple those rates. Lower Fed funds won't solve the problem. Weaker earnings and a slowing economy will pressure debt service further. Banks and insurers that hold leveraged loans and corporate bonds will face both rising defaults and declining recovery values. So there's a lot more to it than just a simple interest rate cut, is what I want to get at.
Mm.
Now,
That's good to know, because I was under the impression that everyone made it sound like, if there's a rate cut, then we're going to get pumps. We're going to get pumps.
it
And
could
then everyone
happen.
was being fearful, he's not going to cut, the markets are going to tank. So it's good to have some transparency, like, hey, just because might be a cut doesn't mean. But I heard somebody talking about there might do a double cut because of certain data points that they're starting to see. So I don't know what in the hell is going on.
Yeah, I've heard it all. Everyone is frustrated in the markets, and I get it. It's everyone is when are we going to get rich? When Lambo, it's and
It's a weird time.
that's like I said. I mean, I would be losing my mind right now if I wasn't doing DeFi and just stacking
Mm-hmm.
more of the tokens that I'm bullish on. I'd probably be losing my mind too. But those of us in DeFi, we're just stacking more crypto, and when it does come, because it will, it might be a slow grind up from here on out. There might be a parabolic pump. Either way, I'm good. And all the indicators are that institutions and governments are investing in crypto. Either their own chains, on Ethereum and on major layer ones, or they are building with projects like Chainlink, projects like Ethereum, projects like Plume. Uh-oh, that's a first. Lost Jeff. So yeah, I mean that's kind of just the long and the short of it. So really quick, this is another really good indicator. So those that don't know, Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors in history. There might be a couple better than him that are, in the US government because they insider trade legally. But we won't go down that rabbit hole. But Berkshire Hathaway is Warren Buffett's investment, group, and they are sitting on $344 billion in cash. He liquidated almost all of his Apple stock, and I think his Bank of America and a bunch of other banking institutions back in the 2010s. He's done this multiple times. Basically, he gets out of the market when he feels that there is a dump coming, when there's trouble coming. So he sidelines and is currently sidelined into cash. And he is sitting in $344 billion in cash. And the other two times he's done this, it's played out where the markets have dumped, companies like, all the banks that he invested in. I think he invested in Walmart, Amazon, a bunch of different ones. I forget. Don't quote me on those, but he invested in a lot of different companies that were on the verge of going under, and ended up owning a market share of a lot of them. And so this guy has basically liquidated everything into cash. So, yeah, back in the late 1990s when tech stocks were going crazy, Berkshire piled up cash instead of following the herd. When the bubble finally burst, they had the firepower to buy solid companies at bargain prices. Same thing in 2007, 2008. Buffett kept cash on the sidelines. And when the financial system cracked, Berkshire was able to swoop in with lifelines to Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and others, locking in deals no one else could get. Berkshire waits while everyone else is euphoric, then strikes when fear sets in. Right now, with the Buffett indicator flashing record overvaluation and treasuries paying 5% risk free, they're happy to sit tight and collect interest. It may feel boring, but it's incredibly smart. History shows Berkshire's cash pile usually signals they see few real bargains. And when they finally put that money to work, it's often right around the time the market is in deep trouble. And that's when their biggest wins come. So if you're not following this in-game macro, I would highly suggest that you do. They have a lot of really good insights into the macro, the macroeconomics, which of course affect pretty much all investing. So
yeah, follow the smart money, man. Follow the smart money.
that's what I do. Is whenever I see big money investing in something, BlackRock, stuff like that, that's where I'm putting my money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think that's all I got. So let's go ahead and kick it over to you, and let's start diving into this this little AI project that you found.
Get a edge by edging.
So
We're gonna be edging over here.
Those that don't know, I
screen.
am the DeFi guy, and Jeff, he specializes in airdrops. And the reason that this is such a great partnership with this channel is that with airdrops, often you are engaging with the protocol or the chain very early on. Often before the mainnet goes live or a token is launched, things like that. So this gives us the early insight into a lot of really, really good projects like Plume. Plume, Jeff turned me on to. I've since become not an expert, but very well versed in Plume. There's a couple of other projects that he's turned me on to that I'm very happy he did. I think KTA was one of them. So
no, that was TJ.
Oh,
that
that's
was
right. That's
Discover.
right.
Yeah,
that's right. But so this is a really good way to get in early on some of these projects. I highly suggest you do your own research. We don't get paid this. We do all of this for free. We don't accept money from any project. We don't accept tokens. We again, this us doing this costs us money. We do that because we want all of you out there to know the information we give is genuine. It is, honest. We want to do this with integrity. We don't want you to think that we're shilling something just because we're getting paid. These are projects that we find that there's something about it that we like. One of us, every once in a while, one of us will like a project, the other one not so much, but we're honest about that as well.
And
so with that,
yeah, we have that back and forth, that healthy back and forth, and breaking it down, because that's the important thing. Is like you said, you can be fanatical about a project, but like one we covered 3 months ago, Plaza Finance, they just
yeah,
announced that they're shutting down. So it seemed like with they had the leveraged ETH product and stuff, and I made a decent amount off of it, but people were losing their ass, and with the recent pullback, and then I guess investors, they were having trouble finding people to invest in it. So it was, not every project will be sunshine and rainbows. So, and that's the part of being so early into this space. You go back to the .com boom and bust. Get all kinds of fluff projects with or websites with the .com will get all kinds of crazy funding, but it's and that's why I'm glad that me and Mike got together and started this channel, is because it helps me really understand what these projects do, more than just like the airdrop feature, the funding, who's involved in the project, the team, and it's just good to know and understand what's going on, and that way you can be better prepared so you don't lose your ass if you would decide to invest. But yeah, Edgen is an AI powered market analytics hub, and you can see here they got a nice little dashboard with stock spotlights, and you can ask it about market sentiment, all kinds of cool shit. But the funding, 11 million, backed by the founder of Polygon. So as one person, so Framework Ventures, North Island Ventures, all kinds of venture capitalists. So it is a decent backed project. And I know we've been covering a lot of AI stuff recently, but you were saying that this one really caught your eye more than, or you seem more excited about this one than
the reason
some of the
is
others.
that one, it's live, so there's a proof of concept. Much like Miles, that we use. I mean, that's not a crypto project, but Miles is an AI project that is live. It's not like, hey, we're going to try to do this. We're hoping we just need your money and we're going to finish building it. It's nothing like that. This project, this EDGEN Edgen is
Edgen,
is you can go on the website right now. It's
right here.
edgen.tech, and you can go to the app, and there's an AI in there, and you can ask it any question. You can ask it questions about stocks, about crypto, and it will give you a very, very thorough breakdown. I asked it about Plume before I went into town, and I actually posted it on X, on my X account. What it gave me. So yeah, it was super interesting. But yeah, go ahead and finish what you're talking
Oh
about.
shit. Yeah. Well, yeah, and they have more than I think I'm choppy. Okay. Yeah, and they have technical signals and stuff too. All kinds of different stuff for trading. So it's powerful. But I think it is a pro version. So they do have some paid features, but yeah. So I don't see anything about
Well,
the team.
the four things that I mean, you can ask it anything, but kind of the four topics or subjects is why it moves, discover what's making stock prices change, what is it, quickly understand any stock, and then fundamental analysis. see if a stock is worth buying right now. That's what we're doing right now. We're doing a fundamental analysis. Actually, you know what? While you do that,
I'm gonna log in.
okay. Well, I'm going to ask it to do a fundamental analysis on itself.
Oh shit! Nice. Ask AI about AI.
Can you do?
Did I freeze again? I
Mental...
think my camera froze.
No, you're there. Oh yeah, your camera froze, but I can still hear you.
I'm like my face.
EDG. All right.
I might have to use that other camera. Hold on. I'm gonna pop my other camera on.
All right. Yeah, I'll run with this while you do that. All right. So currently, it looks like their token is at 0.6 of a cent. It's pretty flat. Actually, you know what?
Wait, they have a token?
I mean, according to this, like here, I'll pop it over to my screen.
Oh, there we go.
All right, here, let's do this.
There we go.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, according to this, it says Layer Edge, EDG. No, this isn't the same one.
Oh, that's Layer Edge. That's
that's
a different project.
All right, well, you go ahead. I'm going to see if I can get it to actually bring this up on itself.
Okay. Yeah, when you sign up, so they do have this thing where you can earn the OG badge by earning this aura that they have. And I think you just have to do like a daily check-in and sharing stuff on social media. But I think you have to earn one aura before it's tomorrow, but I think it's like 1500 UTC time. So you might have 12 hours to complete this. And what they'll do is take like a snapshot of whatever of the accounts at that time. And if you have an aura, then they'll send you an OG badge. So I don't know what that's going to entail, but it could be part of the airdrop qualification. And I just did a video on this too on my channel earlier this week. But let me see. I'll show you guys the little aura page, and then we can aura farming activated. Yeah, and you can upgrade for, I don't know what the fees are for Pro, but you get, okay, so there's a free version, $10 a month and $18 a month. And you get a bunch of searches, bunch of aura. These are different trading strategies that come with each category. So you got investor picks, pivot alerts, technical signals. So all kinds of different features, crypto GPT analysis, and
this is
like you said, it's live and it's pretty robust.
Dude, go to
liking it?
Well, go to Radar over on the left-hand column. So you know what? We're going to shift gears a little bit because this really doesn't look like they have a token to invest in, but as a tool, this thing is freaking a beast. So if you go to Radar on the left-hand side, you can look at blue chip tokens and they give it a grade. So you can look at their rating, if it's a B plus, A plus, whatever. And then you can look at the crypto mind share. So mind share is basically, what are people talking about? What are people interested in? What are they posting about? Things like that. So, you can check that. Fundraised.
Oh, Quack AI. Shit.
And then you have a DEX tracker. You can look at the 24-hour, 6-hour, 1 hour, or 5-minute DEX tracker, and you can sort by looks like amount of transactions in 24 hours, what the price of the token is, the 24-hour change. I mean, just all kinds of different things. I mean, and all this is free.
Jeez. Yeah,
You
this
can
is the
do
free stuff.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we haven't even looked at the. So I did a couple of,
Dex
you
tracker.
you can explore tokens, macro decoder, discover ecosystems. So like if you're looking, for some micro caps or maybe some early projects, you can ask it to help you with that. The alpha decoder, if you're looking for like news and things like that, you can search for it here. Crypto
Mhm.
insights. Good Lord, dude. This is like a one-stop fucking shop.
Uh-huh. I I don't remember how I saw this either. Because it just came across my feed like a little over a week ago, and I was like, oh shit, this looks pretty cool. And that's why I was saying you can. They were talking about an OG badge, and I was like, oh shit, I should probably make a video on this before the cutoff. But seeing all the indicators and stuff that it has outside of the AI part, it's like holy shit, and it's live. It's not like, oh, we want to do this. You have stocks too. It's not just crypto, so you don't have to be a crypto person to be involved.
Hey, appreciate you, C90.
And they got news.
Good to see you here, brother. What's
Oh
up?
yeah,
Sorry for the
it's
absence. Been
tough.
attempting to find a place to hire me. McDonald's incoming. Oh man, yeah,
It's been tough out there for a lot of people, man.
it is. It is. Well, reach out, C90. I mean, I know some people. Depending on where you're at, I might be able to help you out.
So what do
All
we want
right.
to ask? What do we want to ask the
You know what?
Edgen?
Let's ask about. Actually, you know what? Chat. Throw up some projects that you want
Yeah.
to know about. That you want the fundamentals on, and Jeff will type it in, and he'll give you the skinny on that project.
Mm-hmm. I need to do my daily check-ins. And for those that want to get involved in the airdrop hunting, make sure, because it can get kind of out of hand pretty quickly. I have this
All right.
bookmarks folder of daily tasks that I go through. So just to stay organized, because it can get pretty hairy out there. But let me do my daily check-in, and look at that. I started with 22 aura, and now I have 63.
You know
I'm in the
what?
top 1.3%. Look at that.
We're gonna do this since the chat's being so active. We're gonna reward the chat.
Ooh.
Let me know if you're okay with this, Jeff. We got about
Yeah.
30 minutes left, and I'm okay with going over. Let's basically just do nothing the rest of this show except go do basically ask it about everybody's project.
Yeah. Up. Okay.
Yep.
So up's
So
the first one.
up is the first one.
Oh, wait. Which one's up? Oh, is Rise changing
No,
to up? No, not that Rise. So there's a Rise that's in the testnet, and it's
it's
RISE.
not.
But
It's not. It's
okay.
not. I'm trying to remember which one
What's
it was. I want to say it's on DAG or something like that.
Okay. Or Epic. The
I forget.
tickers are what's yeah. You might have to put the project. If
Yeah. If
not
you
always
could,
clear.
that would
Yeah.
help.
Joseph.
Go with a bio.
Joseph.
Jesse's asking about bio.
What is the crypto project bio? I don't. Or is that the token?
That's the token.
Hold on. We might. we might have to come back to that because I don't.
Yeah, I'm
I
going to
need
do a
some
fundamental
verification.
analysis on it. Bioprotocol. Let me know if that's not the one.
Yeah, you take that. I'll take Ducat.
All right.
And then, and that's probably OP net. Okay.
Hold
And then
on.
we'll come back to the oven.
I'm
Epic.
signing in.
You're good. I got fundamental analysis on Ducat.
All right.
Oh no, this might be. I think it has the wrong project.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, some of the projects are a little obscure, so it might take some extra fine tuning. Like with Miles, he can't. He kind of gets a little frayed with the trying to find the correct project information, but it's let's see if we
Oh
can.
shit! It's saying I've reached my limit. I got to go pro.
Oh yeah, fuck. That's right. You only get 3.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Well, I burned all
Yeah.
mine, so
Damn.
you might have to. The only thing I can do is go over.
Fuck. That's right.
Yeah, all I can do is
I
go
think I got
over.
one more.
Let's
We might have
see.
edged our chat.
Yeah, so I got Aerodrome that I did, and I got Plume that I did earlier.
Joseph said CCC.
Oh shit! Oh damn! You had to go there. You had to go there.
Oh fuck.
Let me see how much it is to upgrade, because most likely I'm going to be doing it. It's only $10 a month.
I think it's you pay yearly though, if I saw it right. So check the little fine print.
Yeah, no, it says charged, 120 every year. So yeah, so I might have to do that. Let's see.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. There's only 3.
That gives you 200 searches, 1,000 one-time aura, mega brain investors picks, pivot alert, technical signals, trading mind share. I'm gonna have to do some more research into this before I freaking sign up. But
For
yeah, Joseph, he confirmed. Up is a DAG project.
okay.
Zora, Ellie. I just went all in on CCC. A true degen, Ellie. You're a true degen.
That's true. Okay, so I think this is my last one. So bio protocol, I was able to get it. So we got a nice little summary for you.
Yeah, Deadwood.
It's
Unfortunately, Nicole got bit by the CCC token. I was talking to her last night a little bit, trying to console her, and told her to come over to DeFi. Told her to just leave memes alone, come over to DeFi, and we'll treat her good over here.
fuck, man. That's my heart goes out to people involved. The community that's tough.
Yeah.
But
so real quick, C90. In a nutshell, what was it? 2 days ago. We don't know exactly what happened.
Or yesterday, I think.
Yeah, it was very recently.
Yeah.
There was a huge dump. One of the whales. I don't know if it was her or somebody. One of the whales in the project dumped their tokens, crashed the whole project, and almost at the exact same time, she disappeared off of all socials. Like the Telegram was shut down, everything was shut down, and so yeah, basically it got rugged. So we don't know the details yet. She popped back up on socials, and is saying that she's going to give some kind of explanation. I don't know exactly what happened, so I've been refraining from saying too much, but it wasn't a good look. That the project got rugged and she ninja vanished like almost instantly. So it wasn't a good look.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, go ahead and dive into bio.
Oh yeah, real quick, Shady Bandito. Where can you go to invest in the Edgen project? So they don't have a token yet, but like I was saying earlier, they have this aura that when you sign in and create your account, you can earn aura by doing daily check-ins and sharing stuff out on social media from their posts. Or if you wanted to upgrade and have a subscription to this where you get a lot more features that are probably worth it, and more. I think you get 200 searches is what it said, but that you can earn a lot more aura, and I think it will have something to do with their airdrop because they have a leaderboard and everything. But yeah, just no token yet, but it should be coming down the line. So Bio Protocol, who said it's a decentralized science platform focused on transforming biotech funding. And they got the chart right here. And then it's a nice little breakdown. They got detailed analysis, the core mission, tokenomics, price volatility, DeFi integration, recent developments. I mean, what was there? They were wanting to know. I can't do more searches. I think I'm up on mine, but this, and I just asked it a basic, what can you tell me? Or can you tell me everything about the project? But if you can get into more detailed, specific stuff, I think I asked it about meme coins or something about DeFi liquidity pools when I was doing this the other day, and it just kind of gave me a generalized overview of DeFi and liquidity pools and different protocols that they use. So it wasn't anything about specific pools that might be worth investing in, but
well, here, let me I got a pretty comprehensive
you got a
breakdown on Plume and Aerodrome. So I'll do those
Let's
really
see what
quick.
you got.
So it gives you the chart right off the bat. It gives you the 1 hour, 24 hour, 7-day, 14-day, 30-day, and 200-day. The summary: Plume is currently facing some headwinds. While it's strategically positioned in the hot RWA sector with institutional backing, its tokenomics present a significant inflation risk due to a large supply overhang. The market's been pretty bearish on it lately, especially after that Binance airdrop. Detailed analysis. Plume is an interesting play, but you got to understand the full picture. Here's the breakdown: strategic positioning and market relevance. Plume is building an RWA FI, or real world asset finance, L1 network, aiming to bridge real world assets with crypto markets. This aligns perfectly with the growing narrative of RWA tokenization, which is projected to be a multi-trillion-dollar market by 2030. This is why I'm bullish on it. Is I'm in Plume long term because I see where this is going. That's just me though. Do your own research. With estimates ranging from 16 trillion to 30 trillion, they're trying, and they basically said their source. So 16 trillion was from BCG, and 30 trillion is quoted from Standard Chartered. They're trying to be the operating system for RWAs, which is a pretty ambitious and potentially lucrative niche. Technical architecture. It's an EVM, or Ethereum virtual machine, compatible blockchain, leveraging modular components for scalability and security. Designed specifically for RWA use cases, they've got components like ARC, a tokenization engine. So that's their onboarding. I think that they use Centrifuge for that. And Plume Passport, a smart wallet for RWAs with compliance features. So that's going to probably have I haven't done a super deep dive into that, but that's probably your KYC, your anti-money laundering, all that stuff. Backers and endorsements. Plume has raised, 30 million from top-tier crypto VCs like Han Ventures, Brevin Howard Digital, Galaxy Ventures. What's even more significant is a 7-figure investment from Apollo Global Management, a major traditional finance player, which validates their strategy and could open doors for onboarding high-quality RWAs. That's something I did not know. Valuation and inflation risk. This is where it gets spicy. Plume has a massive gap between its circulating market cap of 235.5 million and its fully diluted valuation of 803 million. Only about 30% of the total supply is currently circulating. The remaining 70% is subject to vesting schedules for the team, early backers, and ecosystem, which means a consistent stream of new tokens hitting the market for the next years. It's spread out across for quite some time. So it's not like they're going to be dumping in the next month or two. It's spread out, and we've done deep dives on this on our channel. Feel free to look over that. This creates significant predictable sell pressure that the project needs to overcome with massive growth in demand. Financial viability and ratios. While Plume is starting to generate some fees, its current valuation is highly speculative. Again, we are currently still in a speculative market. We are moving or transitioning into a utility market. The market cap / TVL ratio is around 2.45, which is a moderately high. However, the circulating market cap annualized fee ratio is approximately 190, and the FDMC annualized fees ratio is a whopping 749. This tells you the market is pricing in a ton of future growth, not current performance. Again, I'm very bullish on this, but we want to be a channel of integrity. I'm going to tell you the good and the bad, even community and market momentum. They've done a great job with narrative capture and community building, boasting over 1 million followers on X and hundreds of thousands on Discord and Telegram. However, this social momentum isn't fully reflected in on-chain metrics. The number of unique wallet addresses is modest compared to their social following. The core developer activity isn't very transparent. On-chain landscape and holder behavior. The token distribution is highly concentrated, with the top 10 wallets controlling a staggering 94% of total supply. This means a few large holders, again, much of this is locked, and there's a vesting schedule. I want to be transparent about that. This means a few large holders have immense power over the token's price dynamics. The Binance hodlers airdrop on August 18th, 2025, saw extreme volatility. We took a little bit of a tumble and significant profit taking from token holders, with many recipients liquidating their positions immediately. Happened time with airdrops. Yeah, I mean, I can keep going with this.
Token launches haven't been good. Token launches have not been good.
No,
even really good projects that have been building for a few years that have launched recently have just ate shit, and it's.
So let me hit these two last two, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
I just want to give people an idea of how comprehensive and how detailed the data you get from asking, Edgen, these questions. So recent price action, last 14 days, Plume has been on a downtrend, dropping from 0.094 on August 17th to 0.018 on August 30th. RSI, the RSI 14, the 14-day RSI, and the RSI have been hovering around 40 to 45 mark, indicating a lack of strong buying momentum and leaning towards a bearish sentiment. MACD on the 12, 26, and 9, the MACD histogram has been mostly negative, suggesting bearish momentum. The B band, 22 and 2, the price has been trending near or below the middle Bollinger Band, indicating a bearish trend. So it's trending bearish. I think everything is right now. The key metrics for the last 14 days. Market cap fluctuated between 229 million and 285 million, currently around 235 million. 24-hour volume has seen some spikes, notably on August 18th and August 30th, indicating increased trading activity, likely due to the airdrop and subsequent selling. Daily active users, generally stable, ranging from about 43,000 to about 53,000. Daily transactions saw a massive spike on August 10th, about 2.2 million, but has since settled around 250 to 280K daily transactions. TVL has been relatively stable, hovering around 260 million. So it looks to be, fundamentally stable. However, it has been trending bearish. But looking at the entire market, I think everything has been trending bearish. But let me kick it over to you. Let you point out some stuff that you might see on the project, and I'll start going through the comments and maybe star a couple if people want to drop questions that they might have. More than happy to answer those.
Yeah. I was looking. Jesse was saying he can't find Edgen through any searches, which is strange because it should be searchable on
it looks like we have about 500 people watching live across our different channels. So if you want to get involved in the conversation, jump on over to YouTube and jump in the chat. We're more than happy to answer any questions that you have about DeFi, airdrops, this project, or your favorite project.
Yeah, Jesse. So searching using a search engine to find crypto projects can be very problematic because there are so many scams. I mean, somebody just shared in the Discord earlier this week about something that I forget what project, but it was a fake fucking site, and he didn't connected but didn't make any transactions. So just don't use. And I always say either CryptoRank, right here, cryptorank.io, or searching Twitter for the project. And I don't have my searching Twitter for the project, and then
I do that all the time. I forget to share my screen.
So it's because you're less likely to get a scam link from like CryptoRank, and if you go to Twitter and just search for Edgen, and you can find their link tree and stuff, but CryptoRank, you can find all kinds of information on projects and they have the whole social account or social links, because you relying on a search engine is no bueno, because you can get fucked really easily. And just be safe, please. Please. But this I would highly stress trying to get as many of these Aura as you can, and it's free. I mean, unless you want to pay for the premium or pro subscription, which and they have this weird thing, so you can earn a share of Aura if you don't, because if you pay for the pro, you get a certain amount per day automatically, but you can participate in these social tasks and earn Aura that way. And you can rate posts, which I don't really understand this. So you rate these posts, and your review helps Edgen AI get smarter at capturing alpha. Earn extra Aura by keeping it fair. Reviews aligned with the community consensus stack more rewards. And I've seen some of these in like Korean, and Mandarin, and I'm like, what the fuck is? I can't even read this. So I just kind of.
Sounds like you got the ice cream man going by.
Oh yeah, you hear that? It's still like over 90 degrees, and it's
got to run
ice
outside and
cream.
chase down the ice cream man.
Don't even get me started on the Eddie Murphy ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see that? Oh my god!
I got the ice cream, and you can't have none.
Rob showed me that when we first met, and we got to be really good friends. He showed me Delirious and all that stuff. I was like, oh my god, this is great.
Oh yeah, dude. No, the comedy back in the day, they just didn't give a shit. Everyone made fun of everybody. Nothing was politically correct. It was, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, all the greats, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think you just
watch Blazing
come
Saddles.
And rate these posts.
If you're a liberal, do not watch Blazing Saddles. Your head will explode.
No. Oh, Spaceballs 2 is coming out.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man,
it's coming.
I'll definitely watch Spaceballs.
What, Arthur Brooks? He's like 90
Rick
something.
Moranis. I hope they bring back Rick Moranis.
Oh, yeah. Little Shop of Horrors, man. He's a goat.
Well, he did you hear?
I don't really.
Did you hear why he left Hollywood?
No.
So his wife got cancer and died, and so he left Hollywood, gave up acting, like at his peak, to take care of his family.
Wow. Oh wow! So that's why he did. Okay, because he was in a lot. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and all that.
Yeah, and then he just ninja vanished. I wondered what happened to him, but it came out recently that his wife passed, and so he got out of show business to look after his wife.
Damn. Hey, good for him though. To be able to do that and like step away.
It's a stand-up
at the height of your. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mel Brooks.
Yeah,
who's Arthur Brooks?
Mel Brooks was the one that played Yogurt. Use the Schwartz.
Oh my god, I want to watch it again so bad.
Ding, ding, ding.
Man, we got woke Spaceballs. Oh, Red Fox, bro. Red Fox is another one.
Yeah, Red Fox was another one.
I just come in here and I just fucking rate these. I don't really know how I'm supposed to rate these, so I'm just kind of, if I see something with Edgen in it, I'll rate it higher, but I don't see anything with Edgen in here. So I guess just right here. See, there's like, this is Korean, because they got the ovals, the circles.
They got the ovals.
That's how you can tell. I don't want to call them circles. Because they're more like.
No, I lived in Korea for a year, so I'm familiar. Man, the markets are got a little bit of movement in the market.
Right here, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Aerodrome's up. DAG is up.
Oh, Kita's starting to jump.
Is Kita moving? Yeah, a little bit of movement on Kita. It's actually. Let's see who the biggest movers are on the hour. So Aerodrome Finance, number one on the hour, almost 4%. Story IP is up 4.32. Pith is up 3.5. All right. Well, go ahead and finish out what you were talking about. Sorry, man. I got you on a rabbit trail.
Oh no, yeah, so just come in here and do this daily because it's free. Doesn't take but a few minutes. And if you are already looking for market insights, this is just pop on over here and do some of the social tasks. But I've gotten some free airdrops that were pretty nice. I mean, they've been pretty rough recently, but that's why you participate in as many as you can, because one of them will hit pretty good. So, and then if you can use that And I've got some that I've rolled into DeFi liquidity pools. So I've been earning on those. The black airdrop. I mean, even though it's down considerably, but the full range has been amazing because
I'm still in
even
mine.
though it's down, yeah,
Dude, I'm
yep,
earning
it,
324% and have been for like
mm-hmm,
a month or two now on USDC Black. I started with $700, and even with it being down as hard as it is, with the I've been compounding my yield. I'm up to $1,500. I've over doubled my I've over doubled the value, not the tokens. I've over doubled the value, even with it dumping. So when it
so
goes
the
back up,
token amount, you're like,
dude, if black
mm-hmm,
goes back up to where it was, it's going to be another one of my, started with $700, turned it into 6,000.
mm-hmm. And that's the power, man. If people can really understand that, and that's where when it finally clicked, like after working with you, it's like, oh shit, I can. And that's when the whole let me use my free airdrops to roll into DeFi and then use the rewards from that to airdrop farm other things. And I was like, oh shit, you can really, if you have the right kind of strategy or set it up in a way that you could not even use your own money from Web two. You know,
Dude,
just oh shit,
I haven't used a single dollar of my own money for it's coming up on a year in October. It will be one
Jesus,
year since I started doing DeFi and I stopped using my own money. Like all my bags that I've grown have been
free
purely
99.
using yield from from my pools. So Plume,
OPM.
with Plume, I started with $800. With the price being down, I'm only at $6,000 right now, but I turned 800 into 6,000. Now, if Plume goes back up to 2.5 cents, I'm going to have about 14 or $15,000, and I started with $800. Aerodrome, I started. I forget how much I started with, but even my lock, I started with $2,500 because when I entered the position, I used 5,100 arrow, and
Mm,
at the time it was 50 cents. So I started with $2,500. I'm almost $16,000 right now in my locks because that I started with $2,500. That is the power of DeFi. You know, Kita. Kita, I started at $800. I'm currently at about 4,500 because Kita's way down. But if it goes back up, I'm going to have probably $9,000 or $10,000 worth of Kita. And I started with $800. Mamo started with I think it was like $400 or $500, and I'm currently at 2,500. If Mamo pumps at all, that's going to be another success story. I mean, I'm already way up, but going to be a
mm-hmm,
success story. Black hole, same thing. Already covered that. But that is the power of DeFi is you can seed a bag with yield, and most of that yield, that I started these bags with was yield from my wrapped ETH USDC position is how I got started in DeFi. And so the yield that I was earning, because I was earning massive amounts of money off of my USDC ETH pool at the very beginning. And that's what I was using to
mm-hmm.
seed these other bags to grow. So I can't stress it enough. By all means, I mean, do whatever you like. I mean, if you're good at trading, awesome. I'm not. Meme coins, I'm not going to waste my time. We just talked about, another meme coin rug pull. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to get involved in that. It's just I have had nothing but success. The one project that I was not successful with in DeFi, full transparency, was VVV, Venice token. Not to say it's a
Mm,
bad project. It's just when I got in and when I decided to get out, I was down. Again, not to say it's a bad project. I'm not invested in it anymore. I moved on to that liquidity. I got in with 800, got out with about 600, and I moved that liquidity over to Plume. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's important because you got to know when it's right for you to leave, an investment or move your stuff over. Oh, later, C90. Thanks for joining. But
Yeah,
it's
the fundamentals. If the fundamentals change, I change my thesis. I am not married to any of my bags. Aerodrome.
mm-hmm,
When the time comes, I have my ladder out strategy in our Discord. We have a free tracking sheet that you can track your full bull run portfolio, your DeFi portfolio. It has a bunch of automations in it. Feel free to download it and use it. And then
mm-hmm.
also, I'm going to be adding a DeFi looping calculator into it. But I track
Oh,
everything in
nice.
there, and if anything changes, I'm going to bail. And as I ladder out, I have my ladder out strategy. All the different 5 separate price points, and the percentage of my bag I'm going to sell on every single one of my assets, and I'm holding to that. I don't care how bullish I am on it. I have a couple of really bullish projects. I'm going to round trip 10% of my bag, but for the most part, I'm going to be 90% out or 100% out on everything. I'm very disciplined in my investing. Once I make a plan, I stick with it. So, again, feel free to join the Discord, the DCA Discord, and download
Mm-hmm.
those sheets. You there, Jeff?
Yeah. That's put. So you, huh? Did I freeze?
No. It's like I think that
Hello.
you have a really bad
I'm here.
connection. I've been kind of taking the reins because I can
Yeah.
see you and I can hear you, but it seems like there's a lot of lag.
Oh, yeah. I'm on Wi-Fi, so it's usually I have a hardwired connection.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is it
Well, I
lagging?
mean, we can cut this off,
Oh,
but we got about 600 people watching live. If you could, please do us a solid and like and share the stream, but also if you could subscribe. Um, you know, I don't want to sound like we're panhandling, but we don't charge for anything,
mhm,
and we don't plan on it. We do this all for free. It actually costs us money to do this because we both love crypto that much. I love DeFi. He loves airdrops. We love crypto, and we want to give people a safe place to learn about crypto, to learn about DeFi, and to learn about airdrops without getting shilled to or getting rug pulled or trying to pump our bags or anything like that. But
mhm,
yeah, if you could please subscribe. We just want to grow the channel so that everyone out there again can have a safe place to learn about these things without getting taken advantage of. There's way too much of that in crypto. So, Jeff, you got
mhm.
anything? Any closing thoughts on the way out?
Can you hear me now? Am I
I can hear
at least
you.
functional right now?
I can
Okay.
see you and I can hear you. Like I said,
Okay.
I think you're lagging a bit. So yeah, tell
Okay.
us your closing thoughts.
Um, just be safe. If even like with the recent rug pull, they were doxxed. So even when you're doxxed, it could still be problematic. So we're not asking people for money. That's why we don't shill a bunch of shit, and we want to do this out of integrity and to build a good community of people that will at least trust us with providing credible information and not just gonna take money and run. So we do this for the love, and it helps us get better and more knowledgeable and helps sharpen our strategy. So it's a it's just market, but the earlier you are in stuff, the more shenanigans there will be. So just stick it out and try and stay as safe as possible. And any kind of weird things or hacks that might be potentially down the line, I'll make sure to alert people to say, hey, watch out for these kind of scams. And I've been sharing stuff recently where people have gotten scammed, and just saying, hey, watch out for these tactics, like the search engine stuff. Don't go to a search engine and just type in Plume, because it might be something scammy. So please, we want to give you the best information and be trustworthy. So if you're one of those people and want to help build an amazing community, come join us. We'll be happy. Ask us any questions. Jump in the Discord. We're happy to help anytime. So unless we're asleep, then
Yeah. Sometimes I'll answer in my sleep because I'm retired. So if I'm not out working on my property, I homestead. If I'm not out working on my property, then I'm usually sitting here doing something in DeFi or trying to learn, so that I can help teach all of you. But okay, so my closing thoughts, I'm going to leave to Miles. I'm actually going to ask Miles about this project on the way out.
Hey, Mike. Hope your evening's going well.
Yeah, Miles. So we're closing out the episode with the audience and with me and Jeff. But there is a AI project that is for investors that does a lot of research. It's basically just a very comprehensive research tool called Edgen Tech. Can you find that online?
Ah, gotcha. Let me pull that up. Edgen Tech. Okay, yeah. Looks like a platform providing AI-powered research and analytics for investors. One sec. Digging a little deeper.
He got it.
Okay, so it seems they focus on alternative data, things like news sentiment, social media trends, and regulatory filings to generate investment insights. They offer tools for portfolio construction, risk management, due diligence. Pretty comprehensive from what I'm seeing. Anything specific you want me to focus on with it?
Just try to give us about a just give us a general overview or a summary of what you see about this project, and kind of just a general breakdown of what it is, what it's capable of, and if it's worth spending the $10 or $20 a month to subscribe to it.
All right, cool. So Edgen Tech, basically they're trying to give investors an edge. No surprise there with the name. Haha, they pull in a ton of data that a human analyst would take ages to gather and sift through. Think of it as a supercharged research assistant. They've got different modules for different needs. One is tracking unusual trading activity. Another identifies potential corporate events like M&A before they're widely announced. That's the kind of stuff that could really move a stock. They also do a lot with ESG data. So if someone's focused on socially responsible investing, that could be useful. After the 10 to 20 month, that's the tricky part, right? It depends on how much time you're already spending on research and how seriously you take that kind of edge. If you're a casual investor, probably not worth it. But if you're actively managing a portfolio and looking for any advantage you can get, it can pay for itself pretty quickly. They seem to position themselves for more serious investors. Maybe not the meme stock crowd. They offer a free trial, so that's probably the smartest move. Kick the tires and see if it fits your workflow. Does that hit the right level of overview?
I think it does. I appreciate it, Miles. Have a good night.
You too, Mike. Catch you later.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think he pretty well
summed
it up. Yeah. No, I think he pretty well summed it up. So I would say that, if you're into, meme coins or just, like the, casual investor, it might not be the tool for you. But if you're a serious trader, if you're serious about finding early projects, if you're, really into fundamentals, investing off fundamentals, this might be a project for you. And one thing that I will say for it, my final thought is I noticed that, like with Miles, the one shortcoming that Miles has is when it comes to numbers, when it comes to percentages, prices, things like that. He struggles with that. It's AI. But I did notice that whenever I was going over the data on Plume and some of in Aerodrome earlier, that it was very good. Edgen was very good at getting the data correct. So I
Mm.
would think that potentially using a tool like Miles that you can talk to and to find projects or to find things that you were interested in, and then using Edgen to go deeper. I think using the
Hmm.
two together are going to be a very powerful tool. So with that,
Oh, that's good. No, thanks, Mike. Bringing the alpha, man.
I definitely I appreciate you bringing this up because I mean you're the one that finds these. I just kind of piggyback and peel back the layers on it. So with that,
Hey, find somebody that you can work well with and collaborate with, because it will take you very far. So I appreciate you
absolutely.
and everyone out there.
Yeah, no, it's like that's honestly the secret to a lot of my success is finding mentors, and finding people to collaborate with. That's how we got, that's how we met. Um, that's how we met
Hmm.
David, the DeFi expert that I have on
Hmm.
Wednesdays and Fridays. Jake Call, the guy that built Metrics Finance and has his own
Hmm.
channel that is a DeFi guru. That's I collaborate with Taylor and Jeff, with TradFi and Taylor the lawyer. That's
Hmm.
a collaboration. Our TJ, Drew, over at Blockchain Basement, TJ over at Discover Crypto.
Hmm.
The channel that we're on now is a collaboration with them. So
Hmm.
that is the key to being successful, is finding successful people or knowledgeable people and collaborating. So we'll
Hmm.
leave it at that, but appreciate all of you out there.
Yep.
And until next time,
Yes. Yes.
Veteran Crypto out.